So now that we know how to prepare our minds for accepting change, we need to learn how to verify the information we absorb, how to think and assimilate true information while blocking misinformation. To apply this, we need to critically evaluate information that will likely go into shaping our beliefs and convictions. But let's start with defining the skill we need for this: critical thinking. Critical thinking is an umbrella term that refers to a set of different analyses of information that we apply to form a judgment. It is a very complex subject and there are entire books written on it. However, because we intend to use it casually in our everyday lives, not write a thesis, we will tackle a very small subset of it. And if we master that skill, it will significantly impact our ability to identify and resist misinformation. So how do we become skilled critical thinkers? A one-word answer for it is to compare. Whenever you hear a claim about a topic of importance to you, you need to compare it with opposing claims from different sources and evaluate the set of evidence presented by each source. Two things, however, you need to keep in mind when using this process. The first is to emotionally distance yourself from the claim presented, and the second is to consider your personal expertise or training in the subject being discussed. So whenever I confront a new claim, regardless of how passionately it is presented to me, the first thing I do is to block it from triggering an emotional response from me. It doesn't matter how appealing it is or how convincing it sounds. I'll be like, okay, idea received. Let's see what other people say about this. I even search the idea with negative keywords like why this idea is false or wrong, and I see what articles and videos I get. I look at who are the authors and what evidence they present in each article or video. And this is when my own expertise come into play. If I am an expert within the field being discussed, in other words, I either went to school to study it or I professionally earn money from working in that field, I am more confident in my ability to evaluate the evidence presented behind each claim and will ultimately form my final judgment. If not, then I will not delude myself by thinking I can evaluate evidence of a topic I know little about. So instead, I will evaluate the expertise of the authors. And if it's a case of an amateur presenting a claim versus a professional, I'm always more inclined to side with the professional. And this will work on most cases because misinformation is often created and spread by people who have no training or expertise in the topic. And if you apply this critical thinking process, you will find that their claim is being challenged by people who have training and expertise in the field. And your safer bet always resides with the latter. This class begs for real-life examples, and I would love to share some from experience, but this is a Skillshare course, and for all intents and purposes, I have to keep impartial and apolitical as much as I can. However, on my YouTube channel, I will be reacting to videos and applying the methods explained in this course, but ultimately it is up to you to revisit every belief you formed and scrutinize it again using this simple process, and ingrain critical thinking into your skill set to be ready to use the next time you encounter new information of interest that may change what you believe about something important in your life.